Since the dawn of humanity, legends and stories about the Great Flood have fascinated and intrigued the minds of people from all cultures and eras. One of the most well-known and enduring narratives is that of Noah's Ark, a story that transcends religious boundaries and is deeply rooted in the collective imagination of our species. In this journey through time, we will explore the details and meanings behind this epic narrative, unraveling the mysteries and lessons it carries. From the origins of the story to modern interpretations, we will seek to understand the impact and relevance of this legend that has survived millennia, echoing through the generations. After all, what is so special about the story of Noah's Ark that has made it one of the most iconic tales of humanity? What symbolic and moral implications does this narrative evoke? And in what ways does it continue to resonate and inspire our understanding of the world and ourselves? Are you ready to embark on this epic journey? Then let's begin to uncover the secrets of Noah's Ark. The story of Noah's Ark has its roots deeply embedded in the Judeo-Christian tradition, being narrated in detail in the book of Genesis in the Bible. In this account, God, saddened by the wickedness and corruption that plagued the earth, decides to purify humanity through a great flood. However, Noah, a righteous and devout man, finds grace in the eyes of the Creator and is instructed to build an ark to save himself, his family, and pairs of all species of animals. Over the years, this mythical narrative has been the subject of intense debates and interpretations, both in the religious and secular realms. Scholars from various fields, from theologians to archaeologists and scientists, have delved into the details of the story, seeking to understand its historical veracity, its symbolic implications, and its universal lessons. One of the most fascinating aspects of the Noah's Ark story is its archetypal dimension. This narrative of salvation and rebirth echoes profoundly in our collective unconscious, resonating with universal themes such as renewal, hope, and overcoming adversity. The image of the ark, floating on the waters of the flood, symbolizes the human capacity to reinvent and regenerate ourselves, even in the face of the greatest catastrophes. Furthermore, the figure of Noah, a righteous man obedient to God, represents the archetype of the hero who, through his moral rectitude, is chosen to preserve life and continue the species. His journey of faith, perseverance, and personal sacrifice inspires us to reflect on our own role in the world and the importance of maintaining our ethical values, even in times of adversity. Over the centuries, the story of Noah's Ark has been the subject of intense debates and research, with scholars from various fields seeking to prove its historical veracity. Some researchers have searched for archaeological evidence that could corroborate the existence of the Ark, while others have dedicated themselves to analyzing the technical feasibility of a vessel capable of housing pairs of all animal species. Regardless of scientific proof, the narrative of Noah's Ark continues to exert a strong fascination on the human imagination. Its visual representation, with the immense ark floating on the waters of the flood, filled with animals of all species, is an image that has been deeply embedded in our popular culture, inspiring works of art, films, books, and even theme parks. In addition to its historical and archaeological dimensions, the story of Noah's Ark also carries profound symbolic and spiritual implications. Many scholars and theologians interpret the narrative as an allegory of the renewal and redemption of humanity, with the Ark representing a safe haven amidst the chaos and destruction. The flood, in this perspective, symbolizes the necessary purification for humanity to regenerate and start anew, free from the ills that had plagued it. Noah, as the chosen by God to preserve life, becomes an emblematic figure of faith, obedience, and responsibility towards the Creator and creation. This symbolic interpretation of Noah's Ark resonates deeply with the existential questions that afflict us, such as the need to find meaning in life, the search for redemption, and the responsibility of caring for the world entrusted to us. In addition to the symbolic and spiritual implications, the story of Noah's Ark also invites us to reflect on our relationship with the environment and the importance of preserving biodiversity. The image of Noah sheltering in his ark pairs of all animal species evokes a holistic vision of creation, where each living being plays a vital role in the balance and sustainability of the ecosystem. In this sense, the narrative of Noah's Ark can be interpreted as a warning about the need to care for our planet and all the forms of life that inhabit it. Just as Noah was entrusted with preserving the diversity of creation, we, as guardians of the earth, have the responsibility to protect and safeguard the integrity of the environment, avoiding its degradation and the extinction of species. This ecological reading of Noah's Ark resonates with the environmental challenges we currently face, summoning us to adopt a more conscious and responsible attitude towards our shared home. Over the centuries, the story of Noah's Ark has been the subject of numerous artistic representations which seek to capture the grandeur and complexity of this mythical narrative. From classic biblical illustrations to modern cinematic recreations, the image of the ark floating on the waters of the flood has been an inexhaustible source of inspiration for artists from various eras and cultures. These artistic representations not only depict the events narrated in the biblical text, but also explore the symbolic and emotional nuances of the story. Paintings, sculptures, films, and other forms of artistic expression invite us to immerse ourselves in the universe of Noah's Ark, awakening our imagination and making us reflect on the universal lessons that this narrative carries. In contemplating these works, we are transported to a world of symbolism and transcendence, where Noah's Ark becomes a symbol of hope, renewal, and the human capacity to overcome the greatest challenges. In addition to artistic representations, the story of Noah's Ark has also been the subject of numerous interpretations and reinterpretations over time. Scholars from various fields, from theologians to mythologists, have delved into this narrative, seeking to extract lessons and meanings that go beyond its literal dimension. One of the most fascinating readings of Noah's Ark is the one that interprets it as an allegory of the process of individuation and personal transformation. In this perspective, Noah's journey from the construction of the ark to the new beginning after the flood symbolizes the path of self-knowledge and inner renewal that each human being must undertake. Just as Noah had to isolate himself from the corrupted world to purify himself and start anew, we too are called to withdraw, face our own inner demons, and emerge transformed, ready to build a better world. Noah's Ark, in this sense, becomes an archetype of the process of individual and collective transformation. Another intriguing reading of the story of Noah's Ark interprets it as an allegory of the spiritual journey of humanity. In this perspective, the ark represents the vehicle that guides us through the turbulent waters of the material world towards a state of greater enlightenment and connection with the divine. Noah, as the spiritual patriarch chosen by God, symbolizes the spiritual guide who assists us in this journey of self-discovery and transcendence. The presence of the animals in the ark, in turn, can be seen as a representation of the different aspects of our own nature, which need to be integrated and balanced for us to achieve wholeness. This spiritual interpretation of Noah's Ark invites us to reflect on our own search for meaning, purpose, and connection with the sacred. It reminds us that, like Noah, we are called to connect with the divine dimension that dwells within us in order to find the salvation and renewal we so deeply crave. As we explore the various layers of meaning and interpretation of the story of Noah's Ark, it becomes clear that this mythical narrative continues to exert a strong fascination on humanity. its ability to transcend cultural and religious boundaries, resonating in our collective unconscious, is a testament to the universality and relevance of this legend. Whether as an allegory of renewal and redemption, a reflection on our relationship with the environment, or a metaphor for the process of individual and spiritual transformation, the story of Noah's Ark invites us to delve into fundamental questions about the human condition, our responsibility towards creation, and our search for meaning. As we continue to explore and reinterpret this narrative, it reveals itself as a mirror that reflects our own struggles, hopes, and aspirations. After all, Noah's Ark is not just a story from the past, but a journey that continues to resonate in our present, inspiring us to build a more just, sustainable, and spiritually fulfilling future.